Okay, happy Thursday, everybody. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I know is going to ruffle some feathers. I don't care if it ruffles some feathers because I feel like it's very, very important for us to start the dialogue about this subject regarding Ron DeSantis. Now, I am an American citizen. I live in America. I'm also a black woman. So my experience in America is far different than that of a white man, a white woman, someone who is Latino or is Hispanic or whatever. And so my experience and my view and my lens of certain things, specifically involving civil rights, politically, healthcare, etc., is going to be far different than that of a middle-aged Caucasian woman who lives in Montana or wherever. It's going to be much different. It's going to look different. It's going to feel different. And my treatment that I have received in this country is going to be much different than the next person. So I just want to preface this conversation by saying that I am by no means a victim. I am by no means, I'm very, very blessed and fortunate, and I've lived, I've had my struggles, trust me. But I still feel that it is imperative that we have this conversation, an intelligent conversation, a respectful conversation, but the conversation is surrounding Ron DeSantis, okay? Ron DeSantis is currently the governor of Florida, and he has also, as of yesterday, put his bid in for the president of the United States for this next run of president of the United States, which if he was to get the nomination, then he would be going against Joe Biden, who is currently the president. Ron DeSantis is problematic. And I am scared as a black woman for what could possibly and potentially happen if Ron DeSantis becomes president. We have all had our opinions of Donald Trump, but I'm more worried about Ron DeSantis. I'm going to be totally honest, because all that we can go on currently is what we have seen him do as governor. Okay, and I'm going to run down a whole laundry list of different laws that he has passed that's problematic. Now, let me tell you my direct opinion of Ron DeSantis. We are all God's children. We are all created equal. That's what it should be that way. We all know that that is not the reality for everybody. The thing that makes me nervous about Ron DeSantis is that, and we can only go off of actions. I am only going off the legislation, the laws, the different, laws that he has passed, the things that he says when he goes on the news, in his press conferences, his interactions with people. I can only go based off of that as him being a politician. And it seems as though Ron DeSantis is trying to completely erase and do away with anything that brings people together, the melting pot that we love. I live in a city where it's very, very diverse. There's a very high population of African Americans who are doing very, very well. And I love being in this environment. There's all different types of people from all different countries. There are Caucasian people. I love it. I love being in the melting pot and everybody being able to get along together. But it seems as though Ron DeSantis is trying to completely do away with that, canceling different programs that support underrepresented groups, that help to support and bring that balance somewhere together, right? We know that the United States of America is heavily populated with Caucasian people. That is just what demographics say. And with that being said, there are certain programs that are in place to just afford and ensure that everybody has the same type of opportunities and opportunities for success in life. And that is the reason for the civil rights movement. We're not even going to go back and delve into slavery and women's rights and everything. But there are rights put in place because obviously there have been groups and types of people with disabilities, women, minorities, etc., who have not had equal rights to those that are not, correct? Can we agree on that? That is a fact. That is true. What Ron DeSantis is trying to do is slowly but surely pick away at all of these different programs that are in support of ensuring that we all have the same opportunities for growth, for happiness, for home ownership, for education. He is chipping away for safety. He's chipping away at programs that are in place that help to ensure that that happens. Okay? It's a fact. That is what he is doing. He is at war with organizations, with Disney. He is completely turning into a tyrant. I love that word because it is fitting in the state of Florida. And I am afraid because he is now running for president. We don't know what's going to happen. United States is in a very contentious state, okay? With our past president, he has a base that he has riled up and flustered, and who knows what's going to happen. But I think that we can't deny that we have to make sure that we go out and vote. Everybody needs to go out and vote, specifically people of color. Black people, we need to make sure that we go out and vote so that our votes are represented and our interests are represented. Everybody's vote counts. We need to make sure that we do our part so that programs like this are not canceled on a national level, so that what is happening in Florida is not something that happens on a national level. We got to make sure that we're voting locally. We have to make sure that we're voting in our statewide elections, okay? We have to make sure we're voting for our senators, our congressmen, everything. Attorney General, we have to make sure that we are making our vote count and we are doing our civil duty of voting. I just want to talk really, really quickly about some of the programs that Ron DeSantis has put in that are disparaging to not only African Americans and people of color, but to the LGBTQ plus community. I'm going to just run through some of them, okay? All right, he signed the Don't Say Gay law, a bill that bans transitioning and transition-related care for minors. So minors that want to transition, he has put a law in place that makes that illegal and that you can be fined or I think put in jail if you are in support of that. A bill banning trans people from using public facilities or bathrooms or any type of public facilities in which they identify with. So if you are a trans woman, then you identify as a woman, he's putting a bill in place where you cannot use a woman's bathroom. No trans performances in front of minors. Parental rights and education bill prohibits classroom instruction on gender identity. Now, this one is tricky because studies have shown that children know their identities, whether they identify as a they or a boy or a girl at a young age. So just completely prohibiting that and not allowing the child to talk about that in class, that's not fair. So that's another bill that's been prohibited. Okay, Stop the Woke Act, banning all critical race theory and the teaching of the critical race theory, banning colleges from having any diversity and inclusion programs. So that's the first part. The next part, he's probably going to try to be banning these diversity and inclusion programs in the hiring process if that hasn't already started. Okay? And then a new law prohibiting local governments from providing money to organizations that issue IDs to legal citizens. So essentially, if someone is coming over here, they want to work, any organization that supports that, they're not going to provide funding. Okay? So those are just some of the laws that he has put in place or is either working to put in place that are at a detriment to the LGBTQ community and to people of color like me. And that's not even all of them. There's a laundry list more. I just didn't even have time today. So I say all of this, we all need to be careful with who we vote for, and we need to make sure that we're voting for our interests. Women as well. With these different abortion laws, you need to make sure that you're voting as well, whether you're pro-life or pro-abortion. I'm not even going to get into that, but regardless of that, vote for your interests, okay? Because they're different governors, senators, congressmen, they're trying to take your rights away. So in closing, I'm not feeling Ron DeSantis. I don't care what nobody says. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, you know the saying. I'm a black woman in America. I see life through a different lens than so many other people. My experience is different, and therefore the treatment that I experience is different. I just want, like everyone else should, for everyone to be on an equal footing. I don't want to worry about being harassed because I'm black, or not being able to be afforded same programs as other people because I'm black, and those programs to be taken away. And all I'm saying is, it looks like Ron DeSantis is trying to completely destroy any type of program that allows for us all to have the same opportunities. That is what it appears like to me. So we all need to watch what's going on, and we all need to vote, because this man is running for the president of the United States. We didn't think Trump would be put in office. And I think Ron DeSantis is a lot more interesting than Donald Trump. And I'll just leave it at that. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, great Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget to vote, vote, vote always. Whenever there's an opportunity for you to vote in the national and your local elections, please do so. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.